initiated long back in 2017, sir. Andhra Pradesh being a bifurcated state, it was suffering from a lot of problems from the manpower shortage to and lot of issues and so many training program disturbances. At that time, it was initiated, sir, in the year 2017. After this post-pandemic scenario, we can find so many of these kind of applications. Now, I would like to present this Andhra Pradesh Virtual Police Academy. This is the module we have initiated, sir, for the purpose of training the police personnel online and without wasting a lot of time for them in the course and also energies of the personnel. It's a small initiative for this better management of a training program, sir. Here there are three, mainly if you look at the courses, there are three cases, sir. First, any personnel who are attending the mandatory courses, they have to enroll the course. After that, they can find the study material and also practice tests online. And after that, he has to register for the certification program at the police training centers. And first two things he can do on his mobile or the e-corners which were created in each and every police station of the Andhra Pradesh. I present here, sir, the further. So in this connection, first we have created a digital library. It includes all the course material for the police personnel. Okay, from the right from the constable, the material required for the constables up to the rank of highest police personnel. And it has mainly four steps for this program, sir. First, log into the portal using the CFMS number, comprehensive financial management system that is created, that ID given by the Andhra Pradesh government to each and every government employee. That is the basis for all the logins and all the activities. And first he has to log into the portal, which was created as the Andhra Pradesh Virtual Police Academy. And all the police personnel, whenever he enters into the department, he will be created a login for him. And using that login, he can enter into the portal. Then he can register a course, whatever may be the mandatory course he has to attend. There is no time limit for this completion of the course. And also there is no time limit, the time marcation for this course attending and completion, sir. And he has to register and complete the course online. Then he has to complete the examinations and all the practice tests. Once he has completed all the practice tests, then only he can book a slot for the final examination and the certification. There's a fourth step. After logging and also choosing the course what he wants to attend, then he can take his own pace of time for the learning the process. Then he can complete the practice test. After completing the practice test, he can go for the certification. There is no hard and fast timetable-based training program here, sir. So we allowed to learn on his own pace. And in this connection, we have created a e-learning module as well as the e-learning centers. At each and every police station, there are 2 lab staffs earmarked for that. And there, from the rank of police constable up to the rank of inspector, they can attend the courses. Whatever the course, mandatory course or the course which was called for, he can attend at his own pace. He can complete the course and also he can take the test, practice tests. After completion of the practice test, he is eligible for the certification, sir. In this connection, we have created e-corners in each and every e-learning corners in each and every police station. Then in this connection, for administration reasons, there are 3 supporting portals for this. One is a training portal. It creates all the portal access to the personnel, how to give the access and how to make them to avail the material and also. And admin portal, this is for the administration purpose, sir. Okay, whom to log in and whom to allow, whom not to allow, and who is eligible for a particular mandatory course, who is not eligible for a particular mandatory course. These are the things to look after by this admin portal person, sir. Finally, PTC portal. It is the portal which validates the persons who has attended the previous training courses. Then it gives the certification. So in this connection, there are 3 supporting portals, sir. And these are the slides. There are 4 PTCs, police training centers in the Andhra Pradesh. and different courses are given to different PTCs. Okay, they conduct the material, they prepare the material, and also they make the material available, and also training program. Finally, they register, they allow the registration of certification programs. Like that, there are four police training centers. They were given their assignment of completing this throughout the Andhra Pradesh, sir. And finally, if you come to the certification, certificate, it includes everything, sir. It is a digital certificate. Throughout your life, you can access, and whoever the senior officers eligible for this, and administrative persons whoever wants to verify what are the courses he has completed, whether he is eligible for the further promotions or not. It will be there in the centralized database forever, sir. It is not a physical certificate. And in this connection, I would like to present last 3 years performance of our AP Police Academy, sir, Virtual Police Academy. Regarding our training, sir, there are total 39,743 personnel have been trained using this one, sir. You can see in the screen, sir, from the basic forensic science up to the cyber crimes. These are the latest crimes, and also the training programs and certifications. These are the things we have given the certificates. So how many persons completed their courses as well as the received the certificates. So this is the data regarding that one. Mostly road safety, we have given the priority, as well as the crime against women. These are the courses which were become very mandatory, sir. As well as the Mahila Police. This is a separate concept. Each and every village has one Mahila Police. Government has initiated this program. And Mahila Police, there are total of 14,463 Mahila Police. In each and every village, there is one Mahila Police, sir. They all completed the certification program, sir, and they became eligible for this duty, sir. So this is a small initiative, sir. If you look in the scenario of pre-pandemic, this was an initiative taken by the Andhra Pradesh Police, and further we have developed this module for the requirement, day-to-day requirement, and also the challenges we have faced, sir. And today we can proudly say that through this portal we have given the certifications and the trainings to 39,743 police personnel, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Jury members. Bhushan sir, Surendra sir, any questions?
No specific question to ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bhushan sir. Okay, so now we can go for the next one.
Manually, sir.
Okay.
Thereafter, this initiative has been introduced into the training module, sir.
Yes, sir. You can continue with the presentation, sir.
Yes, sir. Later on, this has been introduced, sir. Like earlier, the people used to. We have only few limited training colleges in our Andhra Pradesh, sir. 4 training colleges and 1 district training college to each of the districts, sir. But earlier, these examinations were used to held only at the physical training colleges, sir, police training colleges, which were located. There is a chance of traveling from one place to other place, and also which involves a lot of manpower, sir, for conducting the exams. And the evaluation process is also used to take place. Lot of time is required for evaluation, and also in order to curb all these difficulties, we have placed this online examination thing, sir, which avoided the physical presence in the training examinations, which reduced the delay and also which resulted in accurate results, sir, and which also reduced the expenditure spent on these traveling and also the conducting of exams, sir. And the coming to the process of implementation, sir. First, the questions and the modules were prepared by a preparation team with the experts, sir, like from the technical background persons and as well as the persons with content knowledge, sir, from department. They used to collaborate and prepare the content and the examination format, sir. After this, for monitoring the examinations, there was a nodal officer deployed at each PTC above the rank of DSP, sir. And after while conducting the exams, they used to monitor. And after the conducting of exams, a certificate was allotted as issued then and there, sir. For conducting these, there are three training portals, sir. As our previous participant explained, there are three portals. One is for trainees, sir, and is admin, and one is for PTC and training center, sir. This trainee can log in to the portal, can go on to the courses, sir, each and every courses by entering his CFMS ID, which is a unique ID, sir. And after giving the exam, sir, that certificate will be issued online anywhere. The courses, sir, the major courses are, sir, regarding forensics, crime against women, anti-human trafficking, traffic education, road safety related things, sir, cybercrime investigation. All these courses were, the questions on these courses were designed and uploaded onto the portal, sir. And for taking the exams at some examination centers, sir, like police stations or training colleges, more than 3,000 laptops were procured and distributed to form an training examination labs, sir. And for this, more than 3 crores has been spent for this expenditure, and also to reduce the burden on the for travel, sir. So altogether, more than nearly 60,000 persons have attended these examinations, sir, which consists these the e-learning courses which we have just gone through, sir, and also pre-promotional courses, sir. These are before going on to the promotion, the trainees should undergo these courses, sir, and the examinations have been conducted. And the results were issued within a very short span, sir, for promoting the trainees. And also regular refresher courses which is a part of capacity building has been introduced on to this portal, sir. And these refresher courses, the examination on these refresher courses were also being conducted, sir. And because by this, the benefits which are discussed earlier, the conducting ease of conducting the examination to the organization and also the staff, sir, which saved a lot of manpower and money. And earlier, for the persons used to travel a lot, and for taking down these exams, due to the shortage of manpower in our organization, sir, they could not attend to the regular duties earlier, sir. But now they can attend to the nearest examination center, which avoids disturbance on this regular, sir. And an ease of easy platform, sir. This is very easy, and no previous experience is required to handle this, sir. It is it can easily be handled and take down the exam, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good. Well, it's a good initiative. I think it's a follow through of the first one.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's primarily a follow through, because without this, the first one really is incomplete. So
yes, sir. Yes. This is an extension, sir, but these were placed as
I think it's a very good initiative that you have taken. All the best. I think you should share this with the other state departments also. Whatever you have done in Andhra, I don't know whether you can replicate it in the other state departments. Has it been thought of? Has it been tried?
I think, sir, during this COVID time, many states have implemented this, I think, sir.
Okay, good.
In order not to disturb the regular process, they might have introduced it, sir, this initiative.
Good. Very happy.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yes,
you, sir. No specific question to ask. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, every month, all the unit officers will conduct a monthly review of crimes happening in their jurisdiction, sir. So for this, DCRB, District Crime Records Bureau, will prepare a statement of 18 statements of crime, various heads of crime, sir. So for preparation of this monthly crime reports, they used to do a laborious manual work wherein they used to call each and every police station. They will used to take a report of what are the crimes that were registered in the previous day, what are the action taken on the cases that were registered earlier, are there any arrests and all. So they used to do this laborious work at the DCRB level. So what we have done is we have used CCTNS project which was developed in by NCRB, the same application which was taken up by MHA. So there we were already registering these affairs and all. So what we have done is we have automated this process of whatever the DCRB doing manually. We have automated that process through CCTNS. Sir, these are some of the major reports that were taken from the DCRB, sir. Reported cases, number of arrests, 41 CRPCs, alteration memos, property lost and recovered, chat sheets. Sir, these may be the reports, sir, but the challenge we faced were these are the challenges that we faced, sir. So all the data was compiled manually, sir. So some of this, there were no reports or dashboards for the senior officers. There were no analysis part was lacking on that manual collection of data, sir. So there were chances of concealment of data. So some of the officers they were bucking crime. Some of the SHOs, they were doing this kind of manipulation and all. That preparation and all is also a manpower intensive job, sir. For preparation of these reports, it used to take around 20 days. So for completion of this monthly crime reports, it takes about 10 days after the month. So these are some of the issues that we were facing, sir. So what we have done is we actually developed an application, sir. But whatever the application is developed, the reports that are getting shown in the report that we have developed and the manual report that was collected by DCRB, there were a lot of issues, sir. We were able to generate application through application, but the error part we cannot eliminate. So what we have done is we have this is the most crucial part, sir. How we were able to achieve what was doing manually. So this is the crucial part, sir. We have taken actually the report which was generated in CCTNS application. We have taken the manual report which was compiled by the DCRB. So we have done a comparison of all the statements and reports. So what we could find is there were a lot of differences that were getting generated in the CCTNS application as well as in the manual compilation. So what we have done is, so we ensure real-time data entry into CCTNS application. So some of the SHOs, they were not entering FIRs into the CCTNS application at same time when it gets registered. So they were doing some kind of issues. So we made sure that they entered the FIR as and when it gets registered. Sir, one more thing we noticed was these SHOs, they were not updating the alteration memos and additional memos regularly, sir. So if a crime is registered in under the head rape, later it turns out to be suppose the case is registered as murder, and later it came to know that there was also a property offense involved in that. So the head of the crime gets changed, sir. So due to non-entry of this non-updation of this information in CCTNS application, the reports which we are getting were erroneous. So this was showing under different head of crime. So in order to remove all these errors, what we have done is we have made SHOs mandatory that they should enter whatever the updations that were taken place in the previous cases. They should update it before 48 hours. So this limitation, the limitation which we have put on the SHOs has drastically reduced this error, sir. One more thing, sir, what we have observed was there was no standardization followed in the DCRB level at the unit, sir. So some of the, for example, there is a case registered with 379 and 420. So some of them were showing it in cheating head and some of them were showing it in theft head. So due to this non-standardization, we were getting different reports for same crime, sir. So what we have done is we have standardized this head of crime, sir, based on the gravity of the case. Suppose if the 370 based on the gravity of the crime, we standardize this and we have shared it with all the DCRBs. So whenever a case is getting registered, it will be shown in only one particular head. This is one thing which we have done, sir. So one more thing what we have done is we have asked the station writers to actually verify the manual MCR with the CCTNS MCR. Then if there are any discrepancies, they should bring it to the notice of the nodal officer just to verify this, rectify this mistake, sir. So then they were used to endorse it. They used to cross-verify both the MCRs. They should report any upcomings and they should sign it and send it to the DCRB. So only then it will be considered as MCR received from the station. So in this way, there were a lot of checks and data verification checks which were put in place at each and every level, sir. So by this method, we were able to generate the actual MCR reports that was envisaged as per the APPM. So these are the advantages, some of the advantages which we are able to generate out of this, sir. So we were able to save several man hours in preparation of this report, sir. So it used to take around 10 days after the month for DCRB to generate this report, sir. So those 10 days of manpower we were able to save, sir. The quality of performance, because when you standardize the data entry, sir, the quality of the quality will automatically improve. So it will be same parameter will be shared across all the states. So one head of crime, it will show always the same number of crimes. So this is one thing which you have done, sir. Then you will have a record of all the previous months data, sir. So you can keep changing, you can keep track of crime tendency, how it is getting changed and all, sir. So there will be an interactive dashboard with various types of report. You can easily scroll down and click on a report and you will get the report in no time, sir. So the senior officers will be have easy access to supervision, sir. So there will be data insights with complete information on your hand, sir. So these are some of the statements which we are generating through CCTNS application, sir. The UI cases progress, how many UI cases were cleared in the previous month, how many PD cases were cleared in the previous month, comparison statement for the last 3 years, cases disposed by court for the month, for previous month. So these are various kinds of reports that we are able to generate using this report, sir. So this is actually the UI, how it looks, sir. So you can click on the 10 and you will be able to see the 10 cases that are registered under robbery head. If you want to click know the dacoity cases, you just click on that 6 number wherever you have. So you'll be able to get the 6 cases that are there registered in that head, sir. So this is what we have done, sir. We were able to achieve whatever the DCRB was doing earlier manually. We were able to achieve it through application without any error, sir. We were able to actually save a lot of manpower with this MCR statement, sir. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for your excellent presentation. I have quite a few questions for you. I would like to understand a little more. You are from Andhra. Did you really adopt the CCTNS which was developed by NCRB, or you had your own ECOPS which was developed into this particular thing?
Sir,
that is one thing I would like to clarify.
Sir, we actually had ECOPS application which was developed before this CCTNS application, sir. So what NCRB has done,
I'm fully aware of that.
Yes, sir.
So
what we have done is we were allowed to develop our own application, and we should share our data, whatever getting registered with us, with the NCRB.
Yes,
So
yes.
we were given
I'm fully aware of the complete history. So that's why I asked you this question. So the point was, there were some limitations as far as the reporting and this implementation of ECOPS, because this was done much earlier. I think this was 5 years prior to the CCTNS which came up. So there were certain gaps, and there was a bridge application which was to be developed and which was funded by NCRB for you to do that.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
So actually the issues which came up, apart from whatever you developed and you did, I think that's an excellent thing. But there is, the underlying issue which has been coming up in your presentation, which is slightly serious in nature, and I think you should look into, is the implementation methodology. See, when ECOPS was implemented, there were a lot of limitations which were removed subsequently. And it actually evolved out of in quite a few years. So what has happened, it was never implemented as a 100% thing. There was a parallel manual system to a limited extent which continued to be there. Most of the issues which you faced and you have resolved are actually emanating from that itself, because there was a parallel data set which was also being used to develop reports and do all those things. So see, in any implementation of this nature, there has to be only one data set. You cannot have parallel data sets continuing beyond a certain stage. I can understand in the initial implementation, these things happen. But over a period of time, not exceeding 3 months or 6 months, depending upon the situation, the parallel human, the manual data and operations which are there, they should be stopped, and it should only depend on the automated or the transformed system which is implemented. For example, I'll just raise one issue. How is the FIR number given? Is it given manually or is it given by the system?
It's given by the system itself, sir.
Yes. So
Now,
if you insist that it is only given by the system, you'll be able to eliminate some of the parallelness which is there. Because then you should not create any parallel FIR just by creating a number there and then doing a manual operation on that. So this is one of the very basic things which had to be there. But all said and done, I think you have really gone through the pains of the implementation of CCTNS. I think you have come out fairly well. But the way I see, I think certain refinements will have to be done as you go along. Because what you have done should have been done much earlier. You can keep on doing it, but the first thing you should do is to stop your manual system. Absolutely stop this report which you said, what is the manual data coming and what is the coming from CCTNS and what are the differences in that. I think that should be stopped absolutely within a fixed time frame, and everything should be what comes from the system. There should be nothing which comes parallelly. So only then you will be able to remove all the differences and errors which are there.
Sir, I fully agree with you, sir. As a first step towards that initiative, we should instead of straight away getting away with the manual system, first we need to take manual system, compare it with the system which the application which we have developed, remove the redundancies or errors which were getting cropping up in this process, and then try to fix those issues and then move towards the digitalization, sir. So that is what we are trying to go ahead with, sir.
My only thing is the CCTNS was implemented almost 5-6 years back, 7 years back. Your ECOPS was already operational in 2002. That's almost 10 years back. Sir. So I think we have taken too long a time. The time should be definitely shortened. It should have been finished by this time. It should have been finished by this time.
If you can permit me, sir, even NCRB still now is depending on the manual report which is getting submitted through CID, sir.
That is something which is wrong. It is,
yes, sir. Because
it is absolutely wrong. I had mentioned this point repeatedly. I've not been in touch with NCRB for a long time now, but this is something which is very, very wrong. You cannot have two parallel systems running at any time. For the system to be operational and effective, it has to be totally that only. See, You cannot have a railway reservation system that you issue manual tickets also and you issue computerized tickets also. Then the person who buys the ticket, he doesn't know whether he's buying the right reservation or not. It's something of that type.
Absolutely true, sir.
Do I make myself clear? So I think it is very much possible. And this is really the implementation methodology which has to come about. And
Yes, sir. Absolutely true, sir.
I think your efforts have been very good in this direction. My only thing is, I expected that these things should have been over 5 years back. It has taken too long. But all the same, I think this is an excellent effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
So if Mr. Reddy, if you are still running parallel systems, then I don't have any comments to offer. You need to improve your system first, then and add some innovative part in it. Then you should come up for this award. Thank you.
Thanks.
I would like to, sir, I would like to explain about the Tier 3 data center, which we are maintaining at our police department. Really, the citizens could access a police application and successfully raise a grievance through this portal, any portal. So we are well equipped and maintained Tier 3 data center, which means better delivery of citizen services without interruption and faster access. We are maintaining, we have deployed so many applications like Citizen Service Web Portal, AP Police Seva application, Disha application, Emergency Response Dial 112, Lock House Monitoring System,
Sir,
COVID
I think
response.
your slide is not moving. I can see only your first slide.
Yes, sir. So, 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir. Is it okay, sir? Our main agenda point, sir, the levels of data center.
Sir, move your slide so that we
Is
can
it okay,
see.
sir? Now,
you-
the second slide is going on, sir.
But I can see only your first slide.
1 minute, sir, please. Yes. Sir, okay, sir?
Yes, now it is okay. Thank you.
Sir, the agenda points are levels of data center, uninterrupted power supply, redundant network lines and hardware components, data center existing and upcoming applications, data center security policies, data center growth and development, and data center achievements. So previously, we are maintaining Tier 1 data center till 2019. Gradually, we increased our Tier 1 data center to Tier 3 data center. Actually, in Tier 1 data center, the downtime is up to 28.8 hours per annum. But whereas in Tier 3 data center, it should be only not less than 1.36 hours per year. Last 2021 and 2022, we have maintained the same Tier 3 data center with a minimum downtime below 1.36 hours per annum. To achieve that minimum downtime, we introduced redundant power supplies and backup sources and survey and all other infrastructure, UPSs, everything in our data centers. So power backup, 125 kVA diesel generators, 2 numbers we are maintaining. They are cylindrically, they are maintaining every 2, if any failure happens, every 2 hours, the one diesel generator will work, and another 2 hours another diesel generator will work. In the same way, 20 kVA UPSs are, we are maintaining 2 numbers of 20 kVA UPSs at live. So for redundancy in network components, we have taken multiple, we have taken 150 Mbps service leasing lines from multiple service vendors, and all those are redundant. So high, and anytime high available of the network will be maintained, sir. For secure connectivity to the users, we have maintained VPN connectivities for all the citizens, all the police departments also. For maintaining of our data center, we logically and physically checking all the servers and other components and power supply and temperature and humidity also. Every half an hour, we are maintaining logically, and we are maintaining a sheet also, sir, like this. For non-IT components also, we are maintaining a sheet. Our technical guys continuously working on the checking on the servers. Presently, we are maintaining many applications as mentioned in the slide, and some of the applications are in pipeline, which are in security audit stage, sir. After completion of security audit, we will launch all those applications also on our data center, sir. The growth of the data center, actually previously we have maintained in the 2019, only 3 racks are available, and we are maintaining only 12 servers and SAN storage of 80 TB. But after that, we upgraded the same to the high end, the 15 racks and 24 servers, 300 TB data storage, 180 TB NAS storage, like that, sir. So, information security policy also built on the support with the support of NIC and ITNC, APTS and PCSC data center security teams. Is the data center actually our maintaining the physical view, sir? The Tier 3 data center is the like this, sir. Correct. Shobha, we got the Shobha Technology Tech Shobha Awards also. The ISO certification, we got ISO certification, and we are maintaining the reliable and uninterrupted data services to the citizens as well as the police department also. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. It's a good effort.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jury members?
Yeah, good work. I don't have any specific question to ask. Pardon, sir?
No, I don't have any question. Thank you. Good presentation.
I too don't have any question. Good work, sir. Thank you. All the best to you.
Because I'm working in AP, so we kept a name so that our subordinates can understand the objective of this project. So this project has been implemented in all the units that are working under me, and the huge number of personnel, almost 9,000 personnel, have been covered under this project, sir. So if I come to the background of this project, so there are two types of punishment rules, one where major penalties are imposed and one where minor penalties are imposed. And on an average, we have been finding that this is the number of punishment rules being initiated every year in the different organizations under me. So because of the huge load of these disciplinary proceedings, there is problem being faced by the officers who are conducting these inquiries as well as by the people who face these inquiries. So the problem being faced by the officers who are conducting these inquiries are, they have to conduct inquiries in addition to their work, the duties allocated to them in their particular post. They have to perform those duties. In addition, they have to act as inquiry officer, call witnesses and record their statement, and then conduct inquiries. So that takes away a lot of their vital time in case these proceedings are prolonged. As far as the people who are facing these inquiries are concerned, the problem they face is, in case of our organizations, our organization mainly works in different battalions in the state, in different districts. So number one, their lifelong ambition is to become converted from the armed police battalions to the district armed reserve, so that they can stay in their native district for the rest of their career and need not go from one place to another in the state along with their families and suffer. The other issue is they are promoted from time to time from the rank of constable to higher ranks in case their service record is clear, that is, no disciplinary inquiry is pending against them. If it is pending, it is kept long pending, even if at the end of the disciplinary inquiry it is found that they are innocent, charges are not proved, as long as the inquiry remains pending, they lose out promotion. And finally, the medals, they are not considered for any medals in case, even if they are otherwise having excellent performance in their jobs, if the disciplinary inquiries are pending, they are deprived of any chance of getting medal. Now, Supreme Court also, the Honorable Supreme Court also, is a number of cases have mentioned the need for early conclusion of disciplinary proceedings. I have mentioned here two cases. They're landmark cases, but there are plenty of other cases also decided by the Supreme Court and the high courts in different states, where they have mentioned the same. Even the government also from time to time have been, both the central government and all the state governments have been impressing upon the fact that disciplinary proceedings should be completed expeditiously. But unfortunately, it is not happening in neither in the central government nor in the different state government departments. So that's why, because of all these factors, I feel there is a dire need to start this project in order to clear the load of disciplinary proceedings, which would, on one hand, help give the officers and men, officers who are appointed as inquiry officers, presenting officers and all, once they complete the inquiries expeditiously, they have enough time to do the duties allocated to them. On the other hand, all these people who are facing inquiries, if they are completed expeditiously, they get their chance for promotion, medal, conversion, and their career, which has been facing a hit because of this pendency, their career can again proceed smoothly, career progression. So this is what I have explained just now. And one more thing is, if we dispose them early, that also ensures better discipline. That we have seen. If someone has committed an indisciplined act, if the disciplinary proceeding is completed early and the charges are proved and punishment is imposed, that sends a stern signal that any indisciplined conduct in such discipline force will not be tolerated. The same, it is similar to the fact justice delayed is justice denied. The same adage applies to these disciplinary proceedings also. So these are the different reasons which form the background for launching this particular project in these organizations in the state under my leadership. So these are the different organizations in which this project was implemented. And the objectives basically is to fast track the clearance of all these punishment roles on time and ensure that if they are otherwise eligible, they don't lose chance for promotion or medals or conversion into district armed reserve, where they can throughout or even as civil constables, so that they can stay in the district of their choice for the rest of their career. So this number of punishment roles, we have found that disposal rate after this project was initiated has increased tremendously. Similarly, it is for major punishment roles, and this is for minor punishment roles. So the implementation part, sir, I will come to that. How we are doing it is, number one, I am continuously monitoring the clearance. Every day, the number of minor peers and major peers pending in different with different officers are desktop on the. I do it online monitoring, and if I find that people are not clearing the peers on time, then I call that particular officer up and find out if there is any difficulty that dispose them and suggest how to overcome those problems so that they are completed on time-bound manner. Similarly, the commandants of the concerned battalions, they also are being issued instructions in this regard, so that they can talk to the concerned inquiry officers and advise them to complete those inquiries on time. And basically, time is the key factor for that we are monitoring constantly, so that no particular proceeding is prolonged. So, as we have already explained, this unnecessary pendency has to be cleared. Now, one important issue was that I came to find as soon as I started to look at the root of this problem, is that in a number of cases, inquiry pending with the inquiry officer of the department and a criminal case pending in the court. And those officers, on the pretext that a criminal case is pending in the court, they used to keep these disciplinary proceedings pending, saying that they cannot be disposed of till the court gives a verdict. So once I studied, I found that there are a number of orders from the High Courts and the Supreme Court stating that they are totally different issues. A criminal case looks at the criminality of the act. And in the disciplinary proceedings, we are looking at the fact whether he or she, the person facing the inquiry, whether he or she has broken any departmental rules. So the High Court order, Supreme Court order, we culled out and we gave standing instructions that the disciplinary proceedings can be disposed of even if the criminal case is pending. And the Supreme Court and High Courts only have said so that once there is clarity, a large number of proceedings were cleared, pending proceedings were cleared. Now the benefits, if we can see, the year before this project, the number of officers and men promoted was 262. Now 1 year after this project was implemented, it increased to 361. Same with the conversion. From 265, it increased to 281. And before I end, I must tell, sir, that because large number of proceedings, department proceedings are pending in different states and with the central government, and the inquiry officers are unable to complete those on time, leading to unmitigated hardship to the people facing those inquiries. The government, central government, as well as the number of state governments are considering appointing retired officers as inquiry officers to take off this load. And they are being paid money, honorarium, in order to clear that load. So in case, while we are at the helm of affairs, the government officers take extra care so that these load of pending departmental inquiries is cleared, then the government need not spend that money to call retired officers to act as inquiry officers for different departmental inquiries. That will also save a lot of government money, time and effort. So this is a project that I feel should be implemented in every department as well as in the central government. So that will lead to a lot of beneficial results, both for the people facing the inquiry as well as for the concerned governments. Thank you, sir.
I think this is a very good effort which you have taken. I think this is in line with the general directions which are also there, that in case there is any inquiry, it should be concluded within a certain time frame. I think it will be good if you also define some time frames within which the inquiry should normally be over, and try to monitor that as a benchmark, whether you are achieving that or not. And over the period of time, try to improve upon it. I think that's very much needed.
So that we are already doing. The time frame is 3 months for minor PSS, but that's a generalized time frame. It is like a time frame we fix for a trial of a particular case to be concluded. But when we talk to judges, we find that they say that it is not possible for every case to be concluded within that period of time. Similarly, the inquiry officers also say that that particular time frame cannot be adhered to in all cases, because every case is different. As you said, sir.
See, this is a typical problem of we Indians, that for us, everything is different. But when we see universally and we look into the best practices which are being adopted in the other places, even murder and homicides and things like that are concluded within a very, very strict time frame. So it's a discipline. You know, you have started with something which is discipline. I think there has to be a discipline also in conducting and having this inquiries within the framework of the legal system. The problem is our legal system has a lacuna of not adopting any time frames, and that's the real issue which is there. We have to start somewhere. Each case is different. I know each human being is different, but then there are a lot of services which have a common thing. There's absolutely a common law. There's a common rules. So when we can adopt common rules and common law, I don't think the implementation of that should be so individual that it has to be different from case to case. I think we have to move towards that particular thing. I would only say that we should develop some type of more strict time frames and try to implement the inquiries within those time frames, rather than keep it loosely ended and keep on giving the reasons that everything is unique and it requires further and further and further inquiry. I think we are extending the so-called justice to an extent which it is really not giving any justice. That's what I have to say.
I agree completely with you, sir. As you rightly said, we have told our people, all the inquiry officers, that this time frame has to be strictly adhered to. 3 months for minor peers and 6 months for major peers. So before the time frame ends, at the end of 2 months, we start making weekly monitoring of those cases. In case of at the end of 3 months, that is before 3 months from the end of the 6-month deadline, we start weekly monitoring and putting pressure on the inquiry officers so that they strictly conform to the time frame. That's why, sir, we could achieve this success. But I must admit that in every case, this time frame could not be adhered to. But we are making it a point to impress upon everyone to adhere to this time frame, sir. As you rightly said, there has to be a system.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, your efforts are really sincere, but I have got some observations on this. First thing is that your prime objective is to address crime in the state. So now you are deputing some of your finance officers to do the activity of this inquiring the staff itself of your officers. So I think that will be a wastage of time for them, because their focus should be broadly on to reduce the crime or to strengthen that mechanism. So what is your view? You have already mentioned that you don't want to spend money on retired officers to make inquiries in the department, as the central government and state government are already notified. So don't you think that that will be just because this is a continuous exercise? You cannot reduce this number to 0. These type of reports will continue to come, and then you need to do some departmental inquiries as well. So this is my personal view. Maybe, but whatever you have done seems to be a normal procedure, so that the number of cases or department inquiries are reduced. So what is innovative in this? How?
Yes, sir. You have 2 questions, sir. I will answer both, sir. Number one, our organization is the armed police organization who are not dealing with crimes. They are only called the constables, head constables, assistant reserve sub-inspectors and reserve sub-inspectors are only called to the places where law and order breakdown has happened in order to assist the civilian police in controlling law and order. The officers who are conducting these inquiries and the officers who are acting as presenting officers, all of them, they only stay in the headquarters. They don't go to the scene of law and order breakdown. They assist the commandant in controlling the administration of the battalion. So there is no way that their time is that could have been spent in dealing with crimes and all that will be hampered in case they are asked to complete these inquiries on time. So it is not civilian police, sir. So the question of dealing with crime doesn't arise, and these officers otherwise only stay in the headquarters. So their time, that spare time, we are telling them that instead of whiling away your time in the office, please focus on completion of these inquiries on time.
So are these officers who was working as an inquiry officer, are they law graduate or they are being trained?
Yes, sir. Reserved inspectors, they don't go to the scene where armed police is posted. They are the reserved inspectors and assistant commandants. They are supposed to assist the commandant of a battalion in controlling the administration of the battalion. So we are asking them to, instead of wasting time, focus on completion of inquiries on time, so that the performance of the organization is not compromised at any cost, sir. That's the first thing, sir. As far as the innovativeness that you were telling is concerned, sir, sir, when I entered the service 25 years ago, till that time, at that point of time also, I heard that there is a huge load of pending departmental inquiries, and there is to be regular government circulars asking us to clear them. Even now also, nothing has changed. Why? Because this is one area which gets least attention, because clearing of inquiries that doesn't get media attention. Media will highlight anything that is done in the field, but this is one area that is neglected. Even if you don't clear a single inquiry, you will get your as an inquiry officer, you get your promotion on time, you get your posting on time. So therefore, this is the most neglected aspect of administration in every government department. So the innovative aspect lies here, sir, that the head of the organization is giving personal attention, forcing the commandants under him to give personal attention so that it is on the top of the priority list, so that this work is not neglected anywhere. And because of personal monitoring of the ADG, that is myself, as well as all commandants, there has been tremendous success that is evident in the number of promotions, the number of conversions, and that has led to better performance of the entire organization because people are motivated. They are not, the sword of Damocles is not hanging on their head. So that has earned laurels for our organization, sir. So this is my personal experience over the last 2 years.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good morning, sirs. So I'm Vikrant Patil. I'm commandant of 5th Battalion, which is headquartered in Vijayanagaram district in Andhra Pradesh. So when I took charge as commandant of 5th Battalion, sorry, sir, sorry for the small glitch. There is some issue in internet. Yeah. So we introduced a small system which was not in place, basically for grievance redressal. So this system, we named it as Parishkar, and I would like to submit that it is strictly for the need to basis for the structure of our organization. So my presentation will have 3 parts. In first part, I'll explain the purpose and the existing system. So after that, the new system introduced and the merits of the system. So before going into the actual presentation, as all the Central Armed Police Forces and the State Battalion forces, so our office administration is conducted from the headquarters, and all our men. So for example, under 5th Battalion, there are nearly 1,000 men who are working in different locations. So most of the times, they are located far from the headquarters. For example, our 5th Battalion people are located for the post protection duties, like they're protecting the police stations in Naxal affected areas from the attacks from the Naxals. So they are almost 200 to 250 kilometers away from the headquarters, and the travel time takes more than 5 hours because they have to carry out a lot of protocols before they leave their work of place and come to the headquarters because of threat of attack from the Naxals. So they have to compulsorily travel with the civilians. They have to, even though they have official transport, they have to travel with the civilians in the civilian transport so that the chances of attack from Naxals is minimized. And for any small work in the office, be it meeting the commandant or additional commandant or anybody in the administrative office for various reasons, like their leave surrenders are not getting cleared, some punishment is pending and their appeal is not being forwarded, or as small as the sanction of leaves by their immediate superiors, it is not getting done and their work, personal work is getting hampered. So a lot of issues, a lot of small issues, which we think that they're not issues at all, but they're very big issues for them. So for all those small issues, they used to take leave before and come to headquarters, which I observed was causing a lot of distress financially because they have to spend their own money to travel from their work of place of work to the headquarters, and it's lots of wastage of man hours because 5 hours onward and 5 hours return journey, almost 10 to 12 hours, their whole day is gone. and already they are under a lot of physical stress because of work and staying away from the family, and this unnecessary travel and waiting time in the office was leading to physical and mental drain also. So seemingly big problem for them and not for us. So so a small intervention we did because the budget because of budget constraints and all the other things. So we bought a very simple smartphone which was costing only 10,000 rupees, and we already a number was functioning on the government budget only. So we introduced a WhatsApp number. So basically, if you see, the whole grievance redressal system is just the introduction of a WhatsApp number. But a system was built along with it, and that system was connected to the problems which were underlying in the battalion. So first of all, the government number was given, and the WhatsApp number was given, and the number was publicized with everyone. So all 1,000 people who are working in 5th Battalion, they have this WhatsApp number. So, and a lot of publicity was done, because once a new system is introduced, there are a lot of hiccups always which we face, be it at the implementation level and be it at the level for which we introduce the system. So even the men were not ready to send because there were a lot of negativity, thinking that if we use this number, we will get pointed out, or we will be standing out from the other people who will personally go, and their grievances will not be redressed. And a lot of resistance came from the implementation at our office, and also because it was new for them. It was very simple, but it was new for them. And this was breaking a system which was running from time immemorial. So there was a lot of problem in implementation at our end also. So, but because of continuous persistence and because of personal monitoring at the office level, slowly our men started sending their redressal to WhatsApp. So what was done was, so everybody was told that whatever redressal, whatever grievance that had to be redressed, they had just to write the details in a white paper and take a photograph of it and send through the WhatsApp. So because they were sending through the WhatsApp, the time at which the grievance was received would get recorded, and through me, through the commandant, it would go to a particular desk or particular officer through whom the issue had to be resolved. So just a small issue. My battery is running. I'll just connect it to the charger. This plenty. లోపల రూమ్ లో ఉంటుంది ఇది ల్యాప్టాప్ చార్జర్. So once the grievance is received, so because of the recording of time, so all the grievances started getting resolved in a time bound manner also. Earlier the grievance used to get redressed in 15 days, 30 days, 40 days also. Now started getting redressed only in 7 days, because of the recording of the time which the grievance was received. So the 3 people who were already working in IT core team were given